Hi guys, I hope that you're very well. It's Sylvana here and I am back for a new video on the Jewels and Gems YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I thought I'd answer a quite popular question, or at least a question I've been asked quite a lot lately. But to be honest, it's something I've had to deal with and answer like maybe since the very beginning of the Jewels and Gems journey. So we might as well, put it all there on the table and just say it the way it should be said and answer the question properly for everybody to make sure we're all on the same page. And that question is, what is maybe the must-have crystals for anyone to have in their crystal/gemstone collection? So I'm going to give you today some of my must-have crystals, some of the ones I recommend the most, the ones that I mention the most, the ones that I feel are coming up the more often. Today is going to be something very much so like around crystals for beginners. We will not be going into anything too deep, too complicated. I'm not going to be talking about crystals that maybe are too difficult to find or that would be considered more of a collector's type of pieces. Here we keep it simple, we keep it accessible, and we keep it open for everybody, regardless of what stage you are in your journey. And even if you consider yourself a little bit more advanced, there might be some crystals here that, for example, you might have not thought of yet they could make sense for you. So we'll just dive into it. I'll show you them one by one. We'll talk about them briefly as to what are they good for, what are they associated with, why are they so popular, what do they do, and we'll see if anything there makes sense, and if there is anything you like about them, or any one particular that you're interested in, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. So let's just start with some basics, shall we? Like crystals, it's important to remind ourselves that crystals are those beautiful creations of Mother Earth. They come from the ground. They help us to connect with our world and our environment in such a beautiful way, and are sources of energy. I mean, energy is vibration. Vibration is everywhere. So each crystal is said, believed, taught, used in a particular way, in the sense that one crystal will have its own set of properties, meaning, uses that will be specific to that one. So, for example, you'll have crystals that are great for love. As you probably know, there'll be crystals that are great just for protection. There'll be different uses depending on what you feel you need. But at the same time, don't just go for, oh, that's for love, I need that. Go for what your intuition tells you, because at the end of the day, this is the key element here. You want to trust yourself. If you can sense a connection straight away, then that's the one. If it doesn't really speak to you for some reason, then maybe it's not suitable for you. Maybe you actually need something slightly different. So yeah, that's what I would say first. Go by that, trust your intuition. Obviously you will always have crystals that will be all about positive energy. There's no crystals that promote any negative sorts of energy. I do get this question sometimes, so just want to clarify. Crystals provide benefits. So all crystals are valid. There's no one crystal better than another or more powerful than another, even though if we go deeper into crystal healing, you'll see that there is a little bit of that. But overall, each crystal is valid. Each crystal has its own powers and meanings, and each of them will help you to boost you in the right direction in a certain area of your life. So let's start by... we kind of have to, now that we've mentioned love, we might as well just dive into it deep. So here we've got, for those of you that are familiar, here we've got the beautiful rose quartz. So obviously here you're dealing with something, we've talked about it before, this is not new. It's going to be this tone of unconditional love, open the heart chakra, really about self-esteem, self-love, acceptance of the self, forgiveness of people, of what could have happened in your life, but also forgiveness of your own self. If you have any difficulties with self-worth or any type of emotional healing that would be related to the heart, rose quartz will be great for you. This one is definitely a must-have. Like, I don't think you could have a crystal collection without having rose quartz. You know, like, you need rose quartz. Like, it's really one of the most popular, but also one of the really the most important ones, I would say. Then what about, let's talk about clear quartz. Clear quartz is another must-have. I know a lot of people sometimes don't like to go for it so much because they think it looks a bit bland. I've heard that before. People, you know, thinking that it's just plain, it lacks something, it's just not, you know, people like color, you know, usually I've noticed not many people who tend to go for like this clear color, if you can call it a color, but clear quartz is the master healer. Clear quartz is the crystal that will really work with all your intentions. It's about amplifying the positive ions, the positive vibrations, the positive energy in your environment, in your own energy, and in your crystals too. And it clears, obviously, the negative ions, the negative energy. It's going to neutralize it. So you're dealing here with a crystal that really works very well for everything. So if you have it as jewelry, it's wonderful. It's going to do a lot for you and your overall energy. But if you have it as a crystal, you can keep it really somewhere. For example, a beautiful piece could be kept in a key element of your home. You know, like an area, for example, like a living room would be wonderful because it's an area where you tend to spend a lot of time. So having something like that there would really make a lot of sense. It's one of the best, to be honest, maybe the top one I'd recommend if you are new to the crystal world. It does everything. It helps with like so many different aspects of life. It's not dedicated to just one aspect. It can really work overall in every way, and it can amplify as well the power of your other crystals. Another good reason to choose clear quartz for sure. Let's go for, I'm thinking I might as well, now that we've started, let's go for citrine. Now, just to be clear here, this is a heat-treated citrine. Citrine, you'll have it heat-treated, but you can also have it natural. The price point will be very different, so just be wary of that. If you cannot afford to go for a natural citrine, try maybe to get started with some heat-treated citrine. You know, the properties in the crystal world will be quite close, but obviously the real deal, the real citrine will be the really powerful ones. But citrine in general will tend to be, even this one here, related to manifestation, empowerment, creativity, confidence, happiness. You know, it really does a lot. It's like it embodies the energy of the sun and sunshine. And the way I look at it is that because of that, it is for me one of those crystals that really embody positivity, and being grateful for life and just seizing the day and trying to do your best every day. And it's one of those crystals that I love to look at, you know, first thing in the morning, because it really puts you into that beautiful bubble of gratefulness, mindfulness, manifestation, empowerment. You know you can do it, you know you can achieve it, you know you can be the sunshine yourself, you can radiate sun energy yourself. And you know, if you're someone, for example, that lacks a little bit of that masculine side of your energy, for example, we all have masculine and feminine side. If your masculine side tends to be a little bit weaker, definitely try some beautiful citrine. When I mean masculine, I mean masculine energy, so everything that's associated with that type of energy. We can talk about all this later on if there's something you'd like to know. If there's anything I mentioned and you'd like me to explain more, further, or deeper, or anything, guys, don't be afraid to let me know, because that's always amazing to hear your feedback. Now, I mean, you kind of have to go for Smoky Quartz next, because it's really one of those that makes total sense. A great crystal for protection, grounding. So because obviously it's root chakra connection here we have with this crystal, it really is going to work like a beautiful way to release what no longer serves you, and letting go of those, for example, negative thought patterns, negative feelings, negative energy within yourself, and really help you in just clear the space from anything negative. And then you can have Smoky Quartz combined with clear quartz, and that is such a beautiful combination, clearing away, releasing, letting go, and then filling in the space with positive ions and energy. I think that's kind of a brilliant mix, isn't it? So definitely another great option. If you have it in jewelry as well, beautiful protective talisman, you know, like on a daily basis to wear or to have near you. It's going to do that for you and for your own energy, rather than just for your space. You know, it's going to be a little bit more personal to you. So definitely give Smoky Quartz a try. It's one of those that I don't see a lot of people going for Smoky Quartz, because I suppose it's very dark, so people are a bit not sure like about it and what it does, but it's great. You know, it really is one of the best ones for grounding and protection, and just releasing everything you don't need and all that negativity. And I think we all need a little bit of that. Now let's go for Carnelian. Yes, I had to add Carnelian to this list, because I just said to myself, Citrine is great, but Citrine is not enough. There is areas of Citrine, for example, that need to be deepened, in my opinion, and that, you know, Carnelian can do very well. So Carnelian, you can see it's that deep burnt red orange color, beautiful fiery crystal. It's great for creativity. So if you're someone that has a job involving you being creative, innovative, and coming up with new ideas, systems, solutions, this is a great one for you. For me, it definitely embodies as well that very powerful feminine energy and feminine emotions, because it has that beautiful connection to the sacral chakra. So very much so great if you're feeling stuck in life, if you're feeling burnt out, uninspired, if you feel like you're in a rut. And this one would be great for you. It also stimulates, obviously, passion and motivation, willpower. It's very much a stone of that sense, giving you the strength to go through whatever you have to go through, and providing you with that inner power deep inside of you. And still, it's a wonderful crystal for also somehow, I think, that feminine energy, but that deep, almost feminine instinct, that sixth sense that is, you know, represented by, you know, being a woman, you know, that feminine instinct. You know, it really helps you to embody that, and just to trust yourself more and be confident in your own skin. So definitely get yourself some Carnelian. Even jewelry is great as in Carnelian, because it really, these elements and properties are so proper to yourself, and they're very personal. So having Carnelian in jewelry would actually be a great idea. Definitely would make a lot of sense. Now let's go for something a little bit more on the gentle side, a little bit more if you're someone that's a bit stressed, or struggling to sleep, or just having, you know, like a lot of on your mind. I have something for you. here we've got the beautiful Celestite. So Celestite is great that way. It's like Celestite, it reminds you of the sky, celestial, ethereal type of energy. It's beautiful. And Celestite is very much so popular because of its beautiful blue color here. If you can't find Celestite, maybe another equivalent that works similarly would be blue calcite. So blue calcite, Celestite, those two, they would be great. They're generally very, very good for kids. So for example, if you have children that are difficulties sleeping or that get overexcited in the evening, great crystal to keep near in the bedroom, or for yourself if you are in that category too, why not? And yeah, just it really works very well to just encourage relaxation, calmness, and just peace, inner peace. It has a bit of an angelic meaning to it. It's said to provide, similarly to angelite, with angelic guidance. There's a bit of that energy related to Celestite as well somehow, but if you really want angelic protection, I'd suggest angelite. But yeah, very much so a deeply peaceful, calming crystal to help you speak your truth, to help you with clear, calm and smooth communication, and just to not be afraid of anger coming out of you. It's really one of those that are going to let you speak with ease and without any worry of what could come back to you. You speak with ease, but you speak also with confidence. So yeah, it's really about speaking that truth, developing and embracing that inner trust, inner truth, all those elements. Definitely great that way. If you have issues with those areas or difficulties or anything like that, give Celestite or blue calcite a try. Now next, well, I kind of have to move on to black tourmaline. Like, you cannot talk about, you know, must-have crystals if you don't talk about black tourmaline, guys. I mean, that is just not gonna work. You need black tourmaline. Why? I know it looks a bit funny. I know it's not the most attractive one. A lot of people find it beautiful, but I have seen over the years people being like, I don't know about that one. But then when they tell me, but for some weird reason they feel attracted to it, why is that? I'm like, do you know the meaning behind black tourmaline? They're like, no. Well, black tourmaline is basically the protective shield against bad vibes. And when I say that, they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's exactly what I need. That's exactly what I'm after. So basically, you're dealing here with a crystal that's all about shielding you, protecting you, covering you, taking the hit from all that negative energy coming your way from the outside, from the environment, and making sure that you are protected. Really grounding you, reminding you to live in the present, and to you know, not to be too bothered about the past, because the past is the past. It's now done. It's over. What matters is the here and now, because that's where you can make the change happen. This is where things can really happen. So yeah, definitely a great crystal to have with you on a daily basis for, you know, protection in general. It's also said to be purifying in many ways, but yeah, very much so. If your goal is to eliminate, get rid of negative energy, get yourself some black tourmaline. Great to have in a home as well, near your entrance, your main door entrance. It's going to really make sure that whatever you bring home is not filled with negative energy, and that it all steps out of the door. So definitely give black tourmaline a try if that resonates with you. Great for as in jewelry too. Really good in jewelry form, you know, like for that daily source of protection. Absolutely spot on. Definitely get yourself some. You'll be delighted you did. Now let's move on to, we have 4 left, so let me see, what are we gonna do next? Yeah, I might as well go for let's go for this one. This is you'll see here, it's green aventurine. There's a little bit of quartz here, but overall we're gonna talk about aventurine here. So green aventurine. Why green aventurine? Well, you need a little bit of that prosperity and abundance energy, don't you? Well, aventurine is wonderful that way because it's all about new beginnings and change and embracing that, opening yourself up to new opportunities. It's great. It's great that way. It's very much so about, you know, calming down frustrations. It's also associated with the heart chakra, so it definitely helps with emotions and emotional healing. But what I love the most about aventurine is that in my eyes, it's like wonderful for just optimism and joy and reminding you that your happiness matters and that's what you should be focused on. And being optimistic can bring you so much, and that there should be no space for negativity, and you need to trust yourself because you have the answers, they're all within you. And green aventurine for me really is reminiscent of that. And yeah, just like overall great for someone that works, so you can keep some with you. If, for example, you're going for a job interview, this is a great crystal to have, as it's said to help you be at the right place at the right time. So give that a try and see how that goes for you, and let me know, because I'd be very interested. But yeah, definitely one of those that anyone should kind of have, because it takes in so many of those boxes that other crystals, for example, don't. Next. Oh, okay. I had to include this one last minute, but you'll see why. Here we've got obviously the one and only Moonstone. So Moonstone, we have to talk about Moonstone, guys. Moonstone is one of those that you need, we all need, especially us women, we need Moonstone. Moonstone is here to remind you that you have the power within you, that you can become and embody that divine, beautiful, feminine energy, that you can do whatever you want to do, that you have the power, you have the strength, and that you need to listen and develop your intuition, because we're so focused nowadays to live in a world where everyone thinks with their brains, but people need to trust more their intuition, their gut feeling, and Moonstone really is all about that. It's also very much so related to new beginnings, cycles, obviously, because it connects very much so with that feminine energy. So yeah, just a great crystal for inner peace, calm. It helps really to not to control, but just to embody and just be a little bit more wary of our emotions in a beautiful and conscious way. And yeah, just to be more aware of our receptive side, and our inner feminine energy, our feminine instinct. Yeah, definitely the stone that the gemstone that every woman should have, because it's really about embracing and embodying what being a woman is all about, in my eyes. And then let's move on to the next one. We're nearly done. Then we have the obvious selenite. I could not but not talk about selenite. I mean, look at it. I mean, just by looking at it, it's like, whoa, no, there is nothing underneath, I promise. It's all empty. This is just how it looks like when you expose it to light. It's light energy. It's like purity. It's cleansing energy. It's like one of those, it helps you to heal, cleanse, purify your environment. It has, because it radiates that beautiful pure light energy. It's great for crystals and gemstones. So if you have some and you want to cleanse them, and you, for example, can't use water because not all stones will be okay with water or sunlight, go for selenite. It's the safe option. Selenite can help you in that area. It's great to keep in a space where, for example, where there's a lot of people, or where you're welcoming people, or just where you need that energy to be constantly cleansed and healed and balanced and harmonized. A must have, guys. Not everyone knows about it or goes for it, but it's so good. Now we have 2 left, so I suppose let's leave maybe my personal favorite for the end, shall we? Now, oh god, that's heavy. I forgot how heavy it is. Now guys, let's talk about amethyst. We'll make it quick because it's a bit heavy. Amethyst, you guys all know what it's all about. Amethyst is like that beautiful natural tranquilizer, that energy related to healing the mind, body, and spirit. It's like all about intuition, protection, spirituality, helping you be open to embrace your own psychic abilities. And obviously it's going to also be great for just mental clarity. So if you're someone that suffers from a lot of headaches or too much mind clutter, you're too much in your head, and you need that area to be cleared and opened, definitely get yourself some amethyst. Amethyst jewelry on a daily basis is great, really, to promote that inner peace and calmness and tranquility, and it's great for sleep. Get yourself some amethyst, keep it near keep it on your bedside table, for example, and just, yeah, let's, whatever it is, it can be small, it can be big, the size here doesn't matter, but it has to be amethyst. Now the size does matter, but we'll talk about it on a different episode. But if you have a small piece, it's absolutely perfect. Just go for it, and you're gonna love it. And then last but not least, I could not talk about Labradorite. Guys, so many people still don't understand the power of Labradorite. Labradorite is like the stone of magic. It's the stone that's going to bring you that beautiful protective energy. And look at it, it's just so beautiful. Have you ever seen that before? And that's completely natural. It's the best for me. It's like, I love it so much. I'm just obsessed. It's great for new beginnings. It's great for change. It's great for helping you to go through things in your life, whatever the difficulties, by bringing you the energy you need. So let's say you need serenity, it's going to calm you down. Let's say you need strength, well, it's going to motivate you. It really takes in all those beautiful boxes, and it just really has that energy reminding you that you might think you're not great, or you're not enough, or that you lack in areas. You just have to open yourself to see the magic within you. Once you see that beautiful magic within you, you can do anything. The power is all yours. And for me, that's what Labradorite is all about. And I love to use that symbolism of the flashes to remind that of people. Yeah, just, you have it all within you. It's just a matter of unlocking it all, and everything will be fine. And that's why crystals are such wonderful tools to help us to achieve that in such a beautiful way. They're not going to be the answer to the problem. I always like to remind people of that because it's easy to forget. But what they're going to do is that they're going to put you on the right path. They're going to become a tool to help you on your journey of self-development and inner growth and expansion and healing. That's what this is all about, my friends. This is what this is all about. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. I hope that you really enjoyed this episode. I absolutely love doing this. Let me know in the comment section below which one is your personal favorite. Which ones do you have yourself? Or if not, if you've seen one that, for example, you did not know about, which one is it that you are planning to add to your collection? I would love to hear from you guys. Make sure you give these beautiful crystals a thumbs up. They absolutely deserve it. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will be talking to you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Trust your intuition and do something positive for yourself today. See ya.